Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Web of Truth of Spider-Man. For one more truth, my dash cam is on. In my second last video, in which I asked all Christians to memorize Quran 24:13, I promised to explain this verse, which is a big lesson for those insulters and haters of Holy Bible, the righteous and prophets and the saints of the Holy Bible, and they try to make fun, joke and insult, and they feel proud by doing that. There is a lesson, a very good lesson for those insulters and haters in this Quran 24:13. And whenever they ask you, whenever you see someone is doing this hate and insult towards Holy Bible, just ask them, you want to understand the background of Quran 24:13. And there is a good lesson, a very good lesson for them. And just ask them before you insult, and I'll tell Muslims that before you insult anyone, just think about this verse and the background of this verse. I want to dedicate this verse, Quran 24:13, to the evil spirit of Ahmed Deedat and Zakir Naik. Why? Because they, Ahmed Deedat did and Zakir Naik is doing, and their fan followers, they love to insult Holy Bible and the righteous and the pious characters of the Holy Bible, from the wife of Abraham to Saint Mary. They love to insult, they love to make jokes. So in this video, in this verse, there is a very good lesson for those. In this verse, Allah is demanding 4 eyewitnesses for the adultery, for fornication. But for whose adultery Allah is demanding 4 eyewitnesses? Muslims are going to hide that. Muslims will try their best to hide that, because that is the fornication and the adultery of their mother Aisha and the wife of Muhammad, Aisha, with her servant Sufwan. And some say he was not servant, but he was a friend of Muhammad, to whom Aisha spent a whole night. And now the background of this verse is that the Muslims, the close companions of Muhammad, they brought up this allegation, this accusation of Aisha with Sufwan, and including Muhammad's son-in-law suggested Muhammad to divorce Aisha because of this act of adultery. And Muslim will hide that, but I want to highlight it just because, to shut the mouth of those insulters and haters, Muslim debaters and scholars who love to insult Holy Bible and the pious and righteous characters and persons of Holy Bible. So there is a lesson for them, and I want to encourage Christians to show some zeal. The purpose of this video is that the Christians, they may come to know about this truth, and they may show some zeal to counter, to respond to their insults with this question, that you want to understand what is the background of Quran 24:13, why this verse was revealed, why this Muhammad made this verse. So in this verse, Allah is demanding 4 eyewitnesses. It is a joke, it is ridiculous that a wishful and willful adultery is going on, a fornication is going on. Aisha spent wishfully, willfully a night with Sufwan, the friend of Muhammad, or you can say the servant of Aisha. But Allah is demanding 4 eyewitnesses. Aisha didn't take 4 eyewitnesses with her. So this is ridiculous. But we can see the circumstances. We can see what's going on. We can see the whole scenario. We can see the highlights of that long hadith, authentic hadith, which is narrating this all story. And we can understand that Allah demand of 4 witnesses and calling those close companions of Muhammad, the Muslim companions of Muhammad, including his son-in-law, that they are liars. We will see these with these following points. I'm going to say these points rapidly, quickly. If these points are true, then this allegation of Muslim companions of Muhammad towards Aisha and Safwan is true. Number one is Aisha used to speak lies with Muhammad. If this is true, then this allegation is true. Aisha used to spy on Muhammad, which proves that Aisha do not have any trust on Muhammad, which proves that this allegation and act of adultery is true. Aisha caught Muhammad doing adultery with his servant Maria. So that is a revenge. Aisha is seeing what Muhammad is doing. So this is a kind of response from Aisha that she is doing the same what Muhammad is doing. Muhammad did adultery with servant Maria. Aisha did adultery with her servant Safwan, or you can say friend of Muhammad. So number 4 point is, when this case, this allegation the parents of Aisha came to know about this allegation, they became silent. They didn't defend Aisha because they knew their daughter. Number 5 is Aisha became ill. Her health suddenly changed after spending this night, and Aisha called Muhammad bewitched. Aisha called Muhammad bewitched, which proves that Aisha know the truth about Muhammad, and Aisha is fed up with Muhammad. And Muhammad, during those times, Muhammad became impotent with the magic effect. If this is true, then this act of adultery is justifiable. Muhammad used to beat Aisha. If this is true, if there is any reference that Muhammad beat Aisha, then this act of adultery is true, which proves the relationship of Muhammad and Aisha. Aisha spoke a lie that she was looking for her necklace which was lost in desert, and she slept there, and in the morning she is coming back with Safwan. Number 10 point is Aisha is lying one more thing, that she went for the call of nature in desert, and then she slept there, and in the morning she is coming back with Safwan. Safwan, a close friend of Muhammad or a servant of Aisha, very close to Aisha, which is also a proof that this act of adultery is true. Aisha is in her sweet 16 at this time. The next point is Aisha is in her sweet 16 age, and Muhammad is a 60 years old weak man. So Aisha act is proved with this point. Number 13, this truth is not from Sikhs, Hindus, Buddhists, Jews and Christians, but from the companions, close companions of Muhammad. Next point is 4 witness demand is just like that. You are watching, someone is making a dirty movie scene, and cameraman and technician and producer and director are standing there. It is not like that. So 4 witnesses demand is ridiculous. It is actually proving, it is making, this 4 witness demand is making halal this act of evilness, adultery, fornication. They are making it halal with 4 eyewitnesses demand. The next point is Muhammad is trying to save his political power. He is between his family and the parents of Aisha, and Aisha he is now trapped in between his family and with his close companions, and he don't want to lose his political power either way, so he's looking for a middle way. And what is that middle way? The next point is Allah and Muhammad both are failed. They are waiting for a month. Why they are waiting for a month? Allah didn't know Allah is not sure this adultery has happened or not. Muhammad didn't know this adultery happened or not. So they are waiting for 1 month for the menstruation period of Aisha. And what happened when Aisha is not a child now? Maybe she is using a precautions to avoid pregnancy. So this waiting for 1 month, and when she got her periods, the Muhammad suddenly made a verse from Allah that she is innocent. This also proves, the whole circumstances proves that Aisha did this act of adultery. Waiting for 1 month is a kind of ridiculous thing, a joke. So what is the purpose of this video? The son-in-law of Muhammad is suggesting Muhammad to divorce her. The parents of Aisha, they are not defending Aisha. All these circumstances which I highlighted in points proves that this act of adultery was true. And I want Muslims to shut their mouth whenever you think to insult Holy Bible and the pious and righteous characters of Holy Bible. Don't think that. Think before you insult about this verse and the background of this verse and the questions and point I raised. And I want Christians, I want to encourage them that remember this verse, memorize this verse, and whenever you see any insulter and hater, Muslim debater or scholar who is insulting and making fun of Holy Bible, ask this question that you want to understand Quran 24:13 with these points which I highlighted. Lord bless you all, and blessings in the name of truth.